I don't know what time it is. Oh, wait a minute. It's like 1:54 a.m. I don't know who's going to be awake, who's going to see this. I might just sit up for a few minutes and talk randomly to myself. If it's still up and you see in the replay, go ahead and leave me a comment or two. You know what we're supposed to do. Hey, Jenny. I'm awake. I'm trying to go back to sleep. But I think I passed out about 7:30 this evening. So now, and I woke up about midnight-ish. I always hate when that happens. So I'm going to listen to a meditation, but I knew I wasn't going to go to sleep yet. So I said, why not get on live? Hey, Kelly. I said, why not? Yeah, that's why I'm awake. Because I don't know, it might have been 8-ish. I don't know. It was very early. It was very early I passed out. I swear it was about 7:30. I swear it was about 7:30. See, that's what I'm saying. The whole crashing. Yeah, I don't know what I gotta get it together. School's about to start, I mean, it's not close yet. But I gotta get it back, my sleeping back to normal. So when school starts, I'm not like dead on my feet. Ugh. Uh-oh, you're so stressed. Hey, Velvet. So I have some peach ginger turmeric tea I'm drinking. Hopefully that'll bring me down. And then I'm going to listen to the meditation I've been listening to. I try to listen to a meditation. Oh, you're trying to find a new job. Okay, do you have a job right now? Or you just don't like it? Or you... Okay, you went to Cancun again? Because I thought you'd been back a few weeks. Oh, the restaurant closed down. Oh, that sucks. Yeah, that sucks. We are praying for you. Wow, okay. Oh, that was the cruise, and then you went to... Girl, go live your best hot summer life. Well, let me tell you this. Let me give you my estimation. Sometimes those things happen to push us, right? Sometimes that is for us a push. So it's time for you to have a change, and the universe gave you that push. So you're about to go on to bigger and better things. Think of it that way. You're about to go on to... Right, okay, go girl. All right, hot girl song. You're welcome. I've been wearing this bun all day. I haven't done anything. The little summer cold was bothering me. However, okay, do y'all watch Black Mirror? Let me just ask y'all this. I see you told me. Do y'all watch Black Mirror? If you do, y'all need to watch season 5. Season 5 is quite interesting. That first episode is a killer. Yes. Yes. Okay, first off, Black Mirror is very good. If you like, what they it was explained to me when I started watching it, it's like the Twilight Zone of its time. Because every story is different. Each story is different. And they all have little twists and turns, and a lot of them are technology based and talk about, crazy things that happen with technology and things like that. So it's really cool. They have this one called Bandersnatch, which they came out with. It was a separate one by itself. And it's the coolest thing. It's like an interactive, it's now. I mean, it's right now. Black Mirror is a show on Netflix, and so what it is that, but people equate it with kind of like a Twilight Zone feel because each, hey Michelle, because each one is different. Each episode is its own episode, and but it talks about like where Twilight Zone was talking about things of that time and things. Well, it has a lot to do with technology, and quirks about technology. And so they have this one that's called Bandersnatch, though. They've got the series, but then you'll see one that says Black Mirror Bandersnatch. And that is such an interesting piece because it's an interactive piece where while you're watching it, it asks you to choose, at certain points, it asks you to choose what's going to happen. And so you kind of like, because it has different scenarios that can happen based on what you choose, and some of them will it'll like end the story real quickly, and then you can just go keep playing with it and change it up every time and see what kind of endings and what path it'll lead into. It's really cool. Yeah, so it's you. Yeah, if you like kind of like weird kind of sci-fi-ish kind of vibes, you'll like Black Mirror. Cause like when I first watched it, I started watching it the first time with the first season, and I started watching it and I was like, what the hell am I watching? But when somebody put it in that perspective, it made sense to me. So it's like each story is separate, and you just have to really watch them though because they have so much. But season 5 went in a direction. Yeah, like one of the seasons has some um, really like violent. I was like, whoa, this is very intense. It's a very intense season. It's only a few episodes in each one. But yeah, so you can binge watch it and be done with it real quick. But Black Mirror is the shit. I really like it. If you liked, what was that show they had on there? Sense8. Did you watch Sense8 that they had on there? I never finished the ending because it was irritating me. But Sense8 was a really good show on Netflix. Right. Okay. So if you like Sense8, you'll probably like Black Mirror. You'll like it. So let's talk makeup to a certain extent. Um, I'm kind of like in this mode where I don't really want to get a lot of stuff. Yeah, the party sequences got long. Yeah, they you know what? I think they kind of like got too deep in the sexual side, because they kind of got off on the semi orgy-ish kind of vibe of it, because it had a certain amount of orgy kind of vibe to it, and I think they got. Yes, I am saying that about makeup. I'm saying that. I think, well, okay, let me just say, probably because there's really nothing out there that's like, making me feel like, yes, I want you, yes, I want you. I don't know, I've been seeing stuff and I'm like, yeah, okay, it's not right. Yeah, okay, it's all right. So I'm like, I know like everybody was rushing to get the Pat McGrath today, the foundation and stuff. Yeah. Um, and I was like, okay, first off, like I told y'all, and I saw it was a sheer to maybe sheer thing, yeah, for $60 some. I need my face to, I need to feel like I've done some shit for me. Now don't get me wrong though. I do want to. I'm waiting for the Charlotte Tilbury foundation to come out, so I do want to try that. However, I did go on the Ulta the other day. You know how you're in different places? Like I was in Oak Park, which is a suburb that I don't normally go to, and there was an Ulta, so you have to go into the Ulta. That's Safari. Okay, yeah. Um, I was to be quite honest though, I think that your skin has become sensitive probably because you're stressed out. Um, I think that I'm gonna like gravitate more toward when it comes to my eyeshadow palettes to more smaller indie brands and stuff like that because I'm kind of bored with the big brands. I'm just kind of bored with them. Okay, but anyway, I checked out the Urban Decay, and I have to agree that it's very cheap packaging. It's very cheap. Yes, exactly. I agree. They are. I mean, I'm just like, okay. Besides the fact that the other than ColourPop, but ColourPop is still considered semi-indie. Um, I find, they're always behind. Well, you know what? Because they're always behind. I want to try it, but I'm saying the packaging was very flimsy. It's like a cheap plastic. It's very flimsy. ColourPop is the Forever 21 makeup. Which, speaking of Forever 21, I was reading up on this beauty business stuff I read up on, of course, and watch out for Forever 21 because they are in financial trouble. And Riley Rose, that side, the makeup side, is not doing well at all. So I am watching Riley Rose to see if they're gonna start having sales. Because the problem is they're not having enough sales. They don't have sales, so I'm waiting to see if they're gonna start putting that shit on sale. Because there's a whole bunch of stuff in there I want, but I don't want to pay full price for it either. They're gonna have to divest. They're gonna have to divest themselves from Riley Rose. I'm betting 2020 they're gonna be closing them stores because they said the stores are doing terrible. So I am waiting to see because they got some stuff in there that I want. So I want to see what's gonna happen. Hope, and I mean they're saying Forever 21. They're saying Forever 21 is not. Well, I don't know if it's their daughter's branch, but they felt like they could just, segue into makeup for their Oh, is it? But reading up from it from a business standpoint, they thought that they were going to segue into the makeup side and do do the things that these young people wanted. But what they said was, what I'm reading up on it, of course, is the thing is that everybody wants to market toward this group, this teen young person's group, but they don't really have the money. Now they watch YouTube, they watch YouTube and everything, but they don't have the money to sustain a store like that. You got to get, for stores like that, you got to have the 30 pluses coming in there and buying from you because we're the ones who have the money because we're the ones with the jobs. The 20 somethings drive things because that's what they think. But even their online isn't doing well. And see, their daughters have money for makeup because they're their daughters. And not everybody is on that same level. And so when you're carrying things that are kind of expensive, you're not going to hit that tween market. And you're not going to hit, but what you're not going to hit is it's not just the tweens, the teens, and the young ones. Because, yeah, young people will buy. Right, they're school focused and they're beginning their life. So even So even though they're not, they, you know, they drive things and everybody looks at them for this, they're really not buying that stuff. The ones who are buying it are the 25 plus, because those are the ones who have the money. And the 25 plus are going to Sephora because now they're trying to be, you know, Sephora has brand loyalty, has name loyalty based on their, you know, their market, and that's what people look for. And so yeah, that's why they losing out. And then, you know, and then Ulta gets the other, and Ulta's killing everybody. Ulta coming for everybody though. Right. Yes. What enough of them are, but when it comes down to makeup, it's not even just about that throwaway culture stuff. Um, it's about the fact that those the market that they think they're going for are really not buying that much makeup on that level to sustain a whole storefront. You know, that's the problem. The market, yes, they watch the videos. Yes, they're all over Instagram and all that stuff. But when it comes down to the actual sales of makeup, you got to get the 25 plus, 30 plus. And because they're the ones who have the money to purchase that stuff. Right. Exactly. Exactly. It really, that's it. That's the whole thing. They thought because we have this market and they're going to buy makeup too. Well, they're not buying makeup like that. They will buy makeup, but they're not buying it at the level that you need to sustain a store. You know, you need to get the older folks in there. And the older folks are going to go to Sephora and they're going to go to Ulta. Because and they're carrying indie brands, which is cool. I like indie brands, but most people go to the indie brand sites. Oh well, Forever 21 has always been trend based. That's their market. Right, exactly. And see, that's the problem with Riley Rose. They don't do enough sales. If you're gonna try to work with those brands, you're gonna need to do some sales because they go on sale. Why would I spend this much on? And they bump up the prices some too. I've been on their site and I'm like, well, that's not what they charge for. So why would I buy from you? Like for instance, I was looking at the Flare palette. Isn't the Flare palette, Jenny? Correct me if I'm wrong. It's $35, right? On Riley Rose, it's $39. Why am I gonna pay $4 more from you? I'm just being honest. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Is it 38? I know it's like, well, it's $1 more on theirs. And Ace goes on sale. You know, Ace will have a 30% off sale, so it makes it worth it. Riley Rose really isn't doing sales. They trying to be like Sephora. And Sephora, and the reason why Sephora can do it is because they're Sephora. And they have a identity. They have a market identity. And people are okay with that. But even Sephora does the 20% off. Riley Rose isn't really doing that. And like I said, if I'm going to go to the indies, no, and they don't combine shipping with Forever 21. And here's the stupid thing. Let me just tell you what's stupid. Forever 21 has Afterpay and Riley Rose doesn't. How do you have one brand that, like, how do you do that? That's just stupid. If you're going to offer Afterpay there, you need to put, right, I might bite. I'm not going to lie. I might bite. If they did Afterpay and had a sale, I'd be there. Because they have some things I want. But no, no. Now I see 12 people in here. I'm going to need y'all to say something. I'm going to need y'all to say hello. I'm going to need y'all to stop staring in my face. I know it's beautiful and gorgeous and everything, but y'all going to have to conversate with us. And yes, I know that's not a word. Yes, like for instance, hello, how are you? Sagnisa, thank you. Um, like for instance, ColourPop has Fourth Ray Beauty. Now they've started their other one. They're all on the same site. You can and you can combine and you can buy them all together and use Afterpay. They've got them so separate. It's like, oh, okay, whatever. Right, y'all need to conversate. I mean, what you sitting here? I understand it's the middle of the night and you trying to go to sleep, and maybe I'm your entertainment to take you to sleep. But y'all gonna have to say something to me. I wish I could see the names, because I would go through every name and be like, yeah, so why ain't you saying something? Yeah. Yeah, there. I guess okay, but I could even see keeping it different, keeping it separate, but it doesn't make from a business standpoint. You usually watch my, well, hello, honey, because I'm awake in the middle of the night. But I could see, but at least have Afterpay. If Forever 21 got it, then at least have that. Brush tip Japanese eyeliners. Oh, what are those? I don't really do a lot of brush tips, because I have to do like gel, because I don't have that. I can't be that. I never really deal with the pen line. I'm not good with any of those eyeliners. I'm really not. I might have to try one though. One day. It's just I'm not good with them. I've tried the brush tips. I just don't do well with getting my wang together and stuff. I do better with the gels, with the brush, with the angle brush. I'm gonna try them again. Maybe my skill level has gotten better. Maybe my skill level has gotten better. Okay. The brush tips can be a little too wet for me. I can sometimes get a brush tip to work. I was doing okay for a minute, but sometimes I can't get them to work. And then it's like I'm mad, because then you're trying to clean it up. Because I hate with the brush tips. I hate with doing a liquid eyeliner. And see, you still young, Kelly. Jenny will understand this. I have slight wrinkles. I don't have a whole lot of wrinkles on my eyelids, but I have enough. So liquid eyeliners can bleed into those little wrinkles that are starting to come up. And so therefore, then you don't have a clean line. Jenny goes to know what I'm talking about. You youngins don't know, because y'all don't have to deal with that. Y'all don't have to deal with that, you know. You don't have to deal with that. Now, when you look at, let's say this, when I look at my, oh, it doesn't, okay. When I look at my makeup collection, I don't have a lot of powders. So now I think I'm on a powder. I am still loving all of the sprays. So I want a few more sprays to try. I'm finally going to get that glow recipe eventually. But the whole misting of your face, let's be honest, is it really, do we really need all these mists? No, we don't. We don't. I should mist my face right now just because I'm thinking of. See, I haven't hit the powder binge yet. But you understand, it's like you go through these things where it's like you're buying one particular product over and over again. I had the hangover spray. It was too sticky for me, but I gave it to B a long time ago. I guess I should get it again. Did I even wash my face today? See, that's my thing. Is like I have a lot of powders that I like. And it's like, do I need any more? Not really. I think I need a little mattifying primer powder, because I don't have any matte powders, you know, like. But the powders I have, I like, and that's one of those things. I'm like, I don't really need any extras on. I don't need any more extras. I don't think. But I mean, I haven't bought powder in a minute. I actually hit pan on something. Did I try the Fenty? No, I have not. That's what I'm saying. I haven't really been buying powder. I want to be mattish. I want to be mattish. How about that? But you know what I thought about? Why do I need powders for that when I could just get my red sponge out? I don't need powders just to touch up. No, I just need my red sponge, so I'm good. Never mind, I don't need that powder. I like to be matte-ish, you know, because my forehead can get a little, you know, my forehead and my nose can get a little shiny. I can get a little shiny up in here. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm sorry. Should I go ASMR on this? Should I go ASMR? Yeah, I love Fit Me. I forgot how much I did like Fit Me. I do have my Fit Me powder. That's a good one. I gotta get with the Beauty Bakery. I'll try it under my eyes a little more. What I normally put under my eyes right now, I've been using for months, is my HD finishing powder under my eyes. Works really well. Now, I got, good night, YouTube. I do love my airbrush flawless finish. I ain't gonna lie, this shit is awesome. However, I do not use her all the time. I use her when I'm going out, when I'm trying to be special. Like, I'll probably use this. I'm supposed to be going to on the 1st. I think it's the 1st. I happen to see on IG. Don't you love IG? IG just, you see so many new things. I saw this guy here in Chicago who is no, I'm just playing. He's here in Chicago, and he is starting a home brand. What's it? And it's called Black Opulence. So it's very black. You know, I'll take pictures and stuff. But anyway, he's doing a cocktail party at his home for his website. I'm trying to get it out. But anyway, he's doing this cocktail party at his home for his website. And he put it on IG, if you want to come, you know, let me know. So I was like, I'm coming. So I'm going to go to his cocktail party to see, okay, what is what? Okay, let me show you what he does. It's that he uses, hi Joshua, he uses, let me get my iPad and I'll show you what he uses. Because it was really interesting, but he calls it Black Opulence, and let me show you. Let me show you. Because it's really cute. It's, ooh, I need to put this on the charger. What's his name again? I'll show, because he has some of his pieces up. He's just very, you know, I'm trying to figure out. It's very like over the top grand. Let me say that. It's very over the top grand. I think this is his name. No. Hold on, I know how to find him. Let me go into my messages, because I send him a message and then I can find him like that. Give me profile. Okay. Where's my messages? How do I find them on here? Jenny, did you see it? Okay, you're not on IG. I was trying to be all interesting with my pictures of my palettes. I tried to get all, you know, fancy dancy. I don't know what else I'm going to do. But I was fancy dancy with these. Okay, but anyway, let me go back. Go into Instagram. What is this? Is this one? No. Right. I was trying to be all fancy and stuff, child. I was trying to be all fancy, you know. Just a little fanciness. I don't know how to figure out. Oh, okay. How have you been doing? How have you been doing? How's life been treating you with that? What I cannot figure out is how do I find my messages? Maybe I should do this. Mm. Oh, I can't find. I see. I'm on my iPad and I can't get to my messages on here, because then I can find him. Oh, yeah, but you won't be able to find him because it's not under that name. That's the problem. So anyway, we'll keep talking and I'll keep looking and see can I find this. Let me see, can I find him? But anyway, messenger app. No, this is through IG. So you know that this isn't through Facebook Messenger. This is through IG. So you got to find him on there. But anyway, I'll figure it out. But anyway, I'm trying to go to his. I'm going to his cocktail party for his product launch. And so what it is like he has like he has these beautiful chairs, and he's got what airplane top right on IG, not on the iPad. It's not on the iPad. That's what I'm telling you. It's not on the iPad. It's on. That's. I know where to find my messages on my phone, Jenny. But on the iPad, it doesn't have that. So I'm like, I'm at a loss. Look, I see 16 people on here who are not speaking to me. Okay, we gonna have a problem. We gonna have a problem. Y'all just sitting up here just looking at me. I'm not that interested to look at. What is my favorite color pop palette? Oh, out of the monochromatic collection. Okay, now I got you, Joshua. We know you gonna talk. I'm talking about the other people up in here who's just looking at me. I would say Blue Moon. Yeah, I would say Blue Moon. I would say Blue Moon. I would say Blue Moon. I like that a lot. I do like that a lot. I think they all are good in their own way. But from a standpoint like, oh my, now which ones will I probably wear the most would probably be Main Squeeze. Would probably be Main Squeeze. Not on mine. See, look. Nope, I'm not getting all that. I'm not getting all of that, baby. What is this here? Oh, nope. I don't know what's up. Oh yeah, I don't have the app. I don't have the app on here because I don't use my IG here because all I use this for is, yeah. Ah, okay. That's why. Well, there we have it. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like Main Squeeze is the most wearable day to day. I could see that being used more. The least favorite, I like them all in different. I like them all. I don't have any that I think of as like the least favorite of them because they're all so different. Like I didn't think. Now let me say, I didn't think I was gonna like the honey. Hi Lisa. I didn't think I was gonna like that one. Hey L1. As much as I wound up liking it because it was the yellow palette, and I was like, oh, I'm just getting it because it's the yellow palette. It's part of this thing. But I actually do like that palette a lot. It's much better in person than No, the red one isn't red enough, but from a marketing standpoint, it makes sense. And they said main squeeze, so it is very watermelony red. We have sometimes we got to see what they're saying because it's a very watermelony kind of red vibe, which is a pinky red. They got everybody because everybody was thinking it was going to be super red. No, it's not. It is what it is. It is a very watermelony red thing. It's very watermelony, which is a pinky red. So I think the orange one is going to be better in person than it is on the pictures because ColourPop traditionally does bad pictures. Right. Right. So I think it's a more wearable red because the reality is like red can make you look sick. Red can make to let's just be honest, red can make you look a little jaundiced. Right. Well, for me, I've got them all, so I've got to finish out I got to finish them out. And from what I heard, somebody said that's going to be the last one they do in that series is the orange one. So that's all we're getting in those. Even though they could have gone in so many different directions still. There's so many ways. Right. Right. I mean, yeah, you got to get the orange one to finish your collection. Right. Exactly. 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 You got to have them all lined up. Hey, Denia. Hi, Aiden. How are you? How are you? Well, hello, new one. How are you? How are you? Um, yeah, I would love to for them to do just like they could go monochromatic on mats, but like we said before, they could go with they could have done a whole gray black vibe, do a gray one, and that would have been cool. That would have been cool. They could do a burgundy palette because it's getting into fall. They could deepen these colors, like yeah, Toby Grays and stuff. And they could deepen the colors for the fall. Like they could do an olive, deep olive, you know, not necessarily olive, but like deep forest greens. They could have done a whole olivey kind. Yes, that they could make they can make more iterations if they choose to. Supposedly they're done, but it just like they could do like they have the blue moon. They could do a teal one with teal mats and tealy colors, stuff like that. I mean, they could go a lot of places with this. They could go a lot of places. I don't know if they're going to, but they could keep this going for quite some time. Yeah, they could do the off colors. They could just deepen colors. They could go, deeper into the colors. Like you said, they have the pinky reds. Right. Yes. I love a good teal. So they could have a teal one. They have the pink one, but they could do like lighter pinks, like do a really light pink one and they could just go deeper, lighter, different tone. They could go tonally into colors. The purple one, they have so much they could go with the purples. They could do a lilac-y one. They could do like a deep like the violent one, similar to the violent go just a little bit deeper into the purples, however, ColourPop, and we love them, can be very middle of the road when it comes to their colors, because they'll say something is shocking pink and I'm like, it ain't that damn shocking, y'all. So they have a tendency to be very middle of the road with their colors. Even when they're going into brights and stuff, they don't take them too far because they make them very middle of the road, so the masses will like it. Because I have something, and I'm like, and then I read the description. I'm like, that's not kind of what I really got, y'all. That's not what I really got, though. I would think they are because they sell out almost every time they come out. But ColourPop. Listen. Um, what do you mean no blending shades? In the palettes, define blending shade for me. Let's define that first. Okay, why I need a tan? You talking about a tan in all these palettes? Or they always put tan in their palettes? Because if you say I need a tan in all these palettes, I'm gonna hit you. That's my problem with them damn BH Zodiac palettes, because now they're putting browns and tans in every last one of them, and you don't need that many. And I'm not saying, and I know from a collector standpoint, but I like the fact that they haven't done that. I think that they're not. Oh, okay. Oh, I got you. Because I'm gonna say that ain't even you. Okay. I think they do sell though. I think that they do sell. You know, people have been really into them. But I think that, you know, maybe that was the plan. Maybe they had it just planned out to there, and perhaps maybe maybe that's what their plan was. You know, because we know that ColourPop comes out all the time. So maybe this was their plan to do this many of this, and then they were going to move into another thing they're going to do. Because, you know, I mean, they got how many collabs out? They got the Becky G collab. They got the Halo Top collab. I'm like, damn, y'all. And I'm not even gonna lie, ColourPop got a lot of my money recently. I gotta slow down on ColourPop. ColourPop has gotten a lot of my money recently. Like, a lot of my money. I was looking at my lip products that I bought in the last month or two. Pretty much all of ColourPop. I got cut. Right, they're not. They are cute, but I know I'm not really going to use them. So I'm like, because I was looking at some, because you know they had the 40% off super shots. And I was looking at them and I said, now Louise, you got super shots sitting right back there that you barely use. Don't you buy another one? So I talked myself out of it. I was very proud of myself. Plus I'm broke. It's real easy to talk yourself out of shit when you ain't got no money. You know, when you have money, you be like, I'm not just getting this. But when you broke, you can't talk yourself out. I can talk myself. When I'm at flat, busted broke, I'm out of here. And I'm flat busted broke right now. Now, once I get flush, once my money is right again, who knows what's going to happen. I'm going to pay some bills off, though. I got a plan. And plus, the makeup show is coming. It really does. Plus, the makeup show is coming here in October. And Lisa, do you want to go? I can get you in. I'm pretty sure I can. I think I could buy a friend pass. I'm just saying. But yeah, I think I want to go to the makeup show anyway. So that'll be like I'm going to go buy some crap. That's my plan. Is to go and buy some stuff then. Yeah, yeah. Okay, so cool. I'm going to see about getting the tickets and then we'll go. Bring it. Don't only bring one credit card. Don't bring two. Cause don't be talking about Lulu got me the baddest. Lulu got me the baddest. Lulu got me the baddest. Who do I think is the most overhyped brand? Who do I think is really overhyped right now? I think Fenty is the most overhyped brand. Honey, we all listen. Join the broke. Now we not gonna be sad and broke. We just gonna be broke right now, and then we gonna work out what we gonna do now. But I think Fenty is the most overhyped. I mean, that's an easy one. Fenty, duh. No, I don't hate Fenty. Let me say this: I do not hate Fenty. I just think it's overhyped. I think that it gets more hype than it deserves. The products are decent. Don't get me wrong. The foundation is nice. It's not one of my favorites. Yes, and I was about to go into ABH. That was going to be my next one. And Pat McGrath. Just being honest. Those are, I mean, But you know what? I always forget about the Kardashians and I forget about Kylie and KKW because they're so not off of my radar that I forget about them. I honestly forget about them because I mean I never think about them. No, it wouldn't. Right, it wouldn't. It wouldn't. I think okay, and I will say Natasha. Here's why I'm not, because it's a sheer foundation. It's a sheer foundation, and that's what is coming out is that it is a sheer foundation, and she got a whole system. And now people watch, people will be like, well, you need to put the powder on to get more coverage. I'm not spending $100 and some to get to medium coverage. I'm just not. And okay, let me put up my video about it. Oh, Wayne said it. Yeah, I mean, but I mean, like, I don't, because I don't even think about Kylie and KKW. They're just out there. And when I see their stuff, I'll be like, yeah, yeah. Have I tried the Catrice HD? No, I have not. I gotta get around to it. I haven't. When I'm in the store, I be forgetting about it. But yes, Riri would not be as Fenty would not be as popular if it wasn't for Rihanna. Now, I will say her foundation was stellar. Was stellar. You know, the foundation drop when she first dropped that foundation. But ever since then, really, she really hasn't done. Oh yeah, it's a sheer foundation. Oh yeah, read what she says. It's sheer to medium with built. It's basically a sheer foundation. And I think it's and yeah, it's a sheer foundation. And my thing is this: what's the point of a sheer foundation? What in the hell is the point of a sheer foundation? That's what Thank you. That's my point. What's the point? That's like Glossier. But does she really? Sheer is for models with perfect skin. But I mean, like her launches are not that interesting. Like, okay, for instance, I like the bronzers. That was a good launch, but the rest of, you know, the like her holiday launches are not that great. Her holiday launches are terrible. Let's just be honest. The Fenty holiday launches have not been great at all. Let's just go at all. No. So no. Her summer collections are okay at best. You know, and so she's overhyped. Okay, she came out with the foundations, yay. But the rest of the stuff is like, okay. Now I did see she might be coming out with blush duos, which would be very intriguing to me. And I have been meaning to get the bronzer. I do want to get the bronzer because y'all know I love bronzer, so I can work with the bronzer. Those were okay because those are, you know, products that she needs to put into her line. But some of that stuff, no, that Moroccan spice, no. I went and got a Moroccan one from France, and it was a much better Moroccan palette. You know, that first one when she had all them glitters was stupid as hell, and everybody was trying to act like it was wonderful. Yeah, right. She might have a hydrating foundation, which she needs to do. You know, which, can I say this? That took too fucking long. You come out. No, not all foundations are sheer. No. What foundation brands do you? It depends on how much you want to spend. Tell me how much you want to spend. She should have came out with a hydrating foundation a year ago. When she put out the matte, they should have been rolling out that 6 months after the fact. $40. Okay, $40. Let's think $40. See, I got some that a little more. Um, the Tinty Doll, that's a little more than 40. Makeup Forever. Smashbox, Makeup Forever. Smashbox makes really good foundations. Makeup Forever makes really good foundations. Try the Matte Velvet. It's Bay. It's Bay. Makeup Forever matte, or the HD. Ooh, thank you, Temple. I'm like, where did that come from? Thank you. That is so sweet. I appreciate you. I really do. Whenever those come up, you're like, oh my God. But yeah, so yeah, go with that. What? Thank you, Temple. Um, yeah, I like Makeup Forever. Too Faced Born This Way is nice too. That's a really good foundation too. I haven't tried the new Urban Decay, so I can't say that. But if you want a right in my sleep, try the Urban Decay All Nighter. That's a good one if you need a matte foundation. Urban Decay All Nighter is one of the best out there. But yeah, no, and let me, and like I said, okay, I have a whole video I need to post up this week about popular brands that bore me. And Fenty is one of them. And like, and I'm being real, Pat McGrath, I'm just being honest. Yes, I love the Matte Velvet. Was is Oh, I love the Matte Velvet. The Matte Velvet is so beautiful on. Hi, Miss JCM. I love the. Whenever you want to go makeup shop, well, it's kind of hard to do that because they be watching you in them stores. See, I like some of what she has, but her eyeshadows don't do anything for me. Just being real, that's just being honest. Her eyeshadows don't do anything. I know everybody's like, oh, but she's got the special ones. When I look at her palettes, I'm like, I'm not willing to spend $125 on it. Right, I'm not a huge glitter person, so I don't like glitter. And it's just, but when I look at the palettes, they're just so one-dimensional. They all, they kind of all have similar things. They all kind of almost look the same to me. Right. Well, yeah. But I just think that they kind of they all look almost the same. She's got blacks in them. With all those brushes, no, I'm not a makeup artist. These are my personal brushes. Don't say nothing, Tina. Don't come at me. Don't come for me. No. No, these are just all my personal brushes. All right, I'm just extra. I've been meaning to try Kaleidoscope. No, it's just they. Yeah, I've been wanting to look at them too, but it's. I mean, like they all. Hey cousin, look. Right. It's definitely a splurge purchase, but like when I look at them, they look. When I look at if you run them all together, they look very similar. They just all look very similar to me. There's nothing, like the bigger palettes. Right, so I have to. When you look at all of them together, I'm like, they're kind of like very incredibly boring to me. Now I am going into this neutral phase, so maybe I'll look at them now and be like, ooh, that bitch is hot. But right now I've been like, okay, they okay. That's all I got. They okay. That's all I have. Yeah, exactly. But people like buying them all, like they all look the same. And let's be honest. Let's be honest about this. Yeah, no, you talking about the second one that's all glitters or shimmers. And you see, I can justify it in my head if I'm like, ooh, it's so pretty. I can honestly justify the price. I can justify the price. I can justify anything in my head. But the thing about it is that once you see people with them, do they really use them? Or are they just, I'm just being real. I'm just being honest. When I see on YouTube, people talk about them a lot, but you don't really see them often on here. Shit, I done had this stuff open for a day. Oh my lord. Damn it, I done just messed up my damn glue. Right, if she came out with something that, let me say something. If she came out with a beautiful, kind of new, with a couple of neutrals and more blues or some more greens, but it's always like bronzy color, tan color, brown color, and maybe another color. It's just boring. Let me just go look at her shit, because maybe I'm missing something. Maybe I'm wrong about this. But when I look at them, they all look the fucking same. I mean, I'm sorry, everyone be like, I love Pampa Grand, but I'm just like, okay, whatever. Exactly, she does neutrals with a pop of color. Exactly. I mean, everybody be like, oh my God. And here's the thing. When they talk about the special colors and how she has those beautiful dual chromes, but how many people actually wear them fucking dual chromes? Everybody wants them, but if they're neutral palettes, so most of the people ain't wearing them. I'm just being honest. Now we're just gonna look at the big ones, cause I'm just like, what? Could we open this shit up though? Here we go. Eyeshadow palettes. Let me just look at them. Maybe I'm wrong, but we have it in the middle of the night conversation. So the middle of the night is when. Have you ever noticed that when you're in the middle of the night, right? Okay, so let's look at these. Let's just look at these. We're gonna go now. Although the most different one I've seen is the Bronze Seduction. Yeah, look the fucking same to me. Okay, so now we got Bronze Seduction. I think the middle of the night is made for honesty. When you're in the middle of the night, we just be freaking honest. You just got to be honest at that point. Right, and okay, here's the thing. The packaging is stunning as long as you keep the outer package. That's my other thing. Okay, let's just talk about that too. At $125, that shouldn't just be black plastic or what, because that's some fucking black plastic. I need it to be fabulous. She has that outer packaging. She's got that gorgeous outer packaging, and then you pull out the damn palette and it's black plastic. No, for $125, I need that motherfucker to make me look at that shit. For 10, I need it to be like, it needs to sing to me. Right, exactly. Right, you got to keep the cardboard packaging together because that's part of the draw. So that's Bronze Seduction. That's a basic bronzy palette that we done all had 17,000 times. Here's the Sublime palette. Okay, this Sublime palette, let's just, Oh, do you? How'd you like him, Joshua? I mean, I'm not saying her quality is not good. I'm just saying, really? And of course we could. And I'm not even saying, but I'm like, now this is the most interesting to me is a subversive palette. It is. And let's be honest, for me, it's a bunch of fucking glitter. I mean, she has like maybe one or two mattes in here. So for me, that's already a pass for me because I don't like palettes like that because they're not as user friendly. Just be honest. Let's be honest. You can't. Who really puts a whole bunch of fucking shimmers on their eyes? Except for when you're doing editorial work. Except for when you're doing IG. Except for when you're doing runway work. You know. Listen, I'm happy. Listen, I'm good with Natasha with the Sunrise palette, and I bought one of her regular palettes. But I'm saying I think that price point is so much better. You don't need them big ass pans. I think she should continue to do those $65 palettes. I think it will bring more people to her brand because that's a lower price point that makes more sense to people. But now let's go back to this one. I like shimmer, but I'm not doing my whole eye in shimmer. I'm not doing my whole eye in shimmer. That's the problem. I mean, it's one matte, maybe two, and then the rest is shimmers. Right, that's what I'm saying. I like shimmer on the lid, but I'm saying that if the whole palette is basically, and yeah, there's a lot of overlaps. I mean, if you really pull all her stuff together, you're gonna see a lot of overlapping tones. So I'm just saying, like, for me personally, and I think most people need to quit lying to themselves because what happens is that you're gonna have the same look pretty much because who really wears that much shimmer? Are we who doing? I mean, like you can do it every once in a while, but yeah, we all overbuy. Yeah, and I mean that's not the point to me. For me personally, and that's why it's like whatever, is because it's so heavily shimmered. If it was half matte, half shimmer, like ABH does, right? If it was like a half matte, half shimmer, like ABH does, she does a 14. It's usually 7 mattes, 7 shimmers, boom, cool. But to have one or two and then 8 glitters, okay. And I mean, I've heard, oh, they're like butter and they're so wonderful. But, and she did something that wasn't so brown and so black, like for me, like y'all know for me, I like to see different tones. So if you're gonna do these, can you give some deeper, richer colors other than black and brown? I mean, other than black and right, you do wear sequins and beads. Right, that's what it doesn't make sense to me, Joshua. It's like, and do some deeper, richer tones. She could do like the one that had the purples in it. Why doesn't she have a purple matte? Why doesn't she have deeper, richer tones? It seems like she defaults to this basic color scheme and throws, I know, some eggplant, baby. Some eggplant. Jenny want that eggplant in there. Yeah, yeah, I'm right. They all talk about the special ones, but they don't use them right. I mean, let's be honest. How many people really use duochrome eyeshadows? That much. I'm waiting. Thank you, Jenny. Thank you. What did happen to sophisticated grown-up makeup? Even though I'm not a sophisticated grown-up, we know this. Probably so. You're right with that glimmer. Right, wait a minute, with the glimmer filter. I love how you added that in. You know what it was? Okay, because let's just talk. Let's just talk about when you say makeup was elegant. That's why I love beautiful packaging, because I like the elegance of beautiful packaging. I don't want to have pizzas and stuff. I don't want to have pizza palettes. I don't want to have ice cream colored palettes. I don't want any of that. I want it to be, because the thing was, you were supposed to be able to pull out your compact and put on your lipstick, and it was supposed to, right. I'm not doing none of that shit. I'm just not. I'm just not. I like for instance, I like the Ace Beauté palettes because they're pretty palettes. They're very pretty, and like you said, they're very elegant. Whereas, and that's why I like Pat McGrath's lipsticks, because I think that's a very elegant package. I think it's a beautiful pack. Now, I ain't gonna lie, I am eventually gonna buy some Pat McGrath lipsticks because I love the packaging, and I think it's I don't understand any of that. I don't understand, and I'm with Jenny. I don't understand doing things like the My Little Ponies, the SpongeBob, the taco palettes. I don't like any of that stuff, because I'm sorry, when I think of makeup, I don't think of those things with makeup. I don't think of them with makeup. I think of, yeah, because I have vintage metal compacts. Let me see, where am I? I have a few. I need to get some more. So I have some that I've purchased and were gifted, So I have like the pretty, but it's just a stupid package. And like I have this one, the mother pearl one that I was getting for Christmas. This is so pretty. The little mother pearl lipstick one. Yeah. So, but yeah, makeup was supposed to be elegant and gorgeous, and now they're making it campy. It's like, but it's like, I guess it's supposed to get to like sing to, I guess, the younger people and remind them that, yeah, that young demographic. But is it really that young demographic? Like Pac-Man. Pac-Man was from when we were young. So they're actually coming at us supposedly, but I'm not buying that shit. I don't need nothing I don't need no Pac-Man makeup. Oh, really? Okay, thank you. Thank you, Joshua. Yeah, hell, that's how I got them Charlotte Tilburys, because those damn packaging is so gorgeous that I had to have them. I mean, real talk. Like, I like, even though Tarte can be there, I like Tarte's aesthetic, even though they can be over the top and huge. But at least they're pretty packaging, pretty girly packaging. But no, I don't need Pac-Man. I don't need SpongeBob or any of that. First off, why the fuck do we need SpongeBob in makeup? Why do we need SpongeBob in makeup? When I saw, I was like, what? What? No, we don't need that in our life. We don't need that in our life. Stop it. They're gonna come out with Rugrats, right? If they doing SpongeBob, Rugrats is coming next. And when they come out with some Rugrats, I'm be like, no, y'all really reaching. I can even go with the Disney princesses and things like that. Makes sense to me. The Disney princesses, because we're talking princesses and things, right? Sesame Street. They gonna have Big Bird. They're gonna have Big Bird eyeshadow palette. They're gonna have a Big Bird. They gonna have Big Bird, right? Okay, they gonna have Big Bird. They are. They're gonna have an Oscar the Grouch. It's gonna have it's gonna look like a trash can. Yeah, I can't get that. Yeah, they really are, and I don't want it. I don't want my makeup to look like my childhood. I'm good on that. I'm good on that. Now, I'll be honest with you. I like that Barbie one that Pure is coming out with, but I don't like Pure Cosmetics eyeshadows because I love the packaging for that. And Barbie makes sense. Barbie makes total sense for makeup. You know what I'm saying? Barbie makes total sense. If you're going to go for that nostalgia feel, Barbie makes total sense. Barbie was what we did, girly shit. That was our first girly shit, you know? But, no. Right. Even Hello Kitty I can relate to. You know, Bratz, things like that. Those make sense to me. Because you can see that as being, you know, dealing with as a nostalgic makeup kind of vibe. But do I want it? No. No. Mm-mm. No. Nope. Nope. No, I like mine to be really pretty, girly. You know, like for instance, I'll be honest with you, even though I don't think that the Friendcation palette is all that, I think the packaging is stunning. Now, and I love the Dose of Colors formula, but I don't think it's like the be all end all of, you know, palettes. Like they act like, oh my God, the Friendcation palette is all of that. For one thing, and this is what I'm talking about, and that's the funniest thing right there. Let's just talk about that for a second. Let's just talk about that. Right, I love the retro fashions. Now that would be hot if they did like Besame, how Besame deals with the retro stuff. Love it. Let's just talk about that. So, you know, all these people, let's go back to my whole Duke conversation with these assholes. Exactly. But no one discusses the fact that pretty much the Friendcation is a dupe of the color Rain. Cheers to the Beauty. Don't nobody say nothing about that though, right? Because as soon as I saw this shit get up, it's like, this is Cheers to the Beauty. What are you talking about? I'm just saying. But all them people who like, I don't do dupes, never talk about those kind of things. I think, wasn't there a Bratz palette out recently? Wasn't there one? I thought. What time is it? Oh shit, it's 3 o'clock. Right. See, okay, real talk. I like their matte shadows. I love their matte shadows. No real talk. I do like their matte palettes. But as soon as I really saw Friendcation, I was like, this is fucking Cheers to the Beauty, y'all. What are we doing? I'll be honest with you, I'm not a fan of their liquid lipsticks. Everybody loves them. I don't love them. I think they're not saturated enough. I think they oversaturate their pictures, and they're really dry. Now I do like their lip gloss. I ain't gonna lie about that. And I like their matte eyeshadows. Okay, cheers to the beauty, baby. This is Friendcation right here. Cheers to the beauty. Real similar. Real similar. Real similar. Yeah. No, it's really not. It's more, if you see them like side by side in person, the mats are very similar. All of these mats are very similar. And then they have those colors right here. Um, the ABH Mario palette. These colors right here are very similar to these colors right there. And they just have a few more colors. So they have 2, 4, 6. They have 12. So this is, no, they're 12. But they have a couple of different ones. But they have the golds, pretty much the same thing. And don't get me wrong, they all kind of like do the same thing. Right, exactly. They had Desi and Katie's name on it, and because everybody been, let's just be real. People been holding these women's, because I like Desi and Katie, don't get me wrong. They've been holding them. If they had balls, they would be holding their balls. They talk about this this palette all the time. They talk about this palette like, oh my God, hands down, 2018, the best palette. How many people saw people talk about the best eyeshadow palettes of 2018? Hands down, the best eyeshadow palette is the Friendcation palette right here. Right here, the Friendcation. This palette is, you can just do so many looks with it. It's just so wonderful. You can just do everything. You can make a daytime look, and then these colors right here are just, oh my God, they're just so much. Oh my God. I'd have been mad. I'd have been mad if I paid that much. I'm just saying. Oh, that was bad. That could get me in so much trouble. Yes, that's my beauty YouTuber voice. No, the packaging is beautiful. Now, for real, the packaging is gorgeous. But I'm like, okay, but I pretty much got the same thing over here, y'all. The only difference is they did went with this red, which I prefer, as opposed to the brown. Right, everybody and they wanted to be seen like, hey, we support collabs. We support collabs. Collabs, we are part of collabs. Speaking of collabs. Right. Okay, so speaking of collabs, let's just talk. Let's just have a moment in the middle of the night. We're going to talk about it. I'm not getting a Fumi and I'm not getting a Fumi in Juvia's place. I said it out loud. I'm like, oh, okay, that's cute. There we have it. I said it. Don't get me wrong. I think it's a great price point for it. I think, right, but I is a queen. It just seems kind of, yeah, I was underwhelmed by it. That's exactly it, Joshua. Now, I'll be honest, I like the nude lip color, the nude lip gloss, and I like the fact she went with glosses. But really, and that's what I said, when her talking about, oh my God, I just needed this dark gloss. I hate when people do all that hyperbole shit. Come on, like you can't get a dark gloss, a burgundy gloss. Like you couldn't, like there's no burgundy. Just saying, one of my favorite things to wear is a burgundy gloss, and that's what I wanted to put in my thing. That's one thing. But to act like, oh my God, until I got this burgundy gloss, there were no burgundy glosses for me until I got this one. I just got rid of some. So just say that's what you love and you wanted to share what you love. So you did a burgundy gloss and then you do the nude gloss. Makes sense. You hitting both parts. You hitting both. I will not wear. Yeah, it didn't make a lot of sense to me. Right. I mean, I'm not saying that there's anything wrong with it, but it was just like watching her reveal. I was like, come on now, you just all this exaggeration is unnecessary. It's just all this exaggeration, y'all. She does wear more brights though, and it was a very muted palette. A very muted palette. You know, but see, like I said, I already, you know, Juvie is already collab with me. They just didn't pay me with that Lulu lipstick, because that Lulu lipstick is me all day. Red lipstick, hell the fuck yeah. But you know, they didn't pay me. They didn't know they gave it. They didn't acknowledge that they did it because of me. But they named it after me. I mean, they did, but you know, they don't want to admit to it, but they did. She did me dirty. She really did. Chi Chi ain't no good though. I'm gonna start a rumor. Yeah, I'm happy for her for the opportunity and all that, but yeah, I'm like, no, don't nobody want. No one wants to acknowledge how much I helped them. I've helped so many people in this last year. I'm gonna start sounding like one of the big YouTubers. But did y'all watch the video? Did y'all watch the reveal? I mean, I watched the reveal on here, but it was like, "You're a queen." I felt like she was to be an I didn't say it then, but it's middle of the night. I can tell the truth. She sounded like Oprah. You're a queen. I'm a queen. She's a queen. Everybody's a queen. We are all queens. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Baby Joshua, somebody else said that. Now we know why Fumi was quiet, because Fumi didn't say nothing about Chi Chi or JP. She was like radio silent over there. Now we know why, because her collab was about to come out. So they was like, girl, don't you say a word. Yay or nay, just leave it alone. Just stay out this mess. Shh. Now we know. It's the middle of the night. I'm gonna slap happy. I'm gonna go to sleep in a minute. I'm gonna go on and listen to my meditation. My meditation that I listen to when I'm going to sleep. And ain't nothing wrong with protecting your bag. Cause let me tell you, if that was coming out, I wouldn't have said nothing about Chi Chi either. I'd have been sitting there. Y'all would be like, what about Chi Chi? Chi Chi, what's that? Chi Chi Rodriguez? Chi Chi from Tuong Fu. I'd have been like, little Latin girl in a dress. That's what I'd have been saying. I like it. It's one of those subliminal ones because I like the sound of it. It's, you know, pretty much it's more music, and I love it. It's very relaxing. I'll try to find out, try to link it up. But yeah, it's a very relaxing one, you know, because it's about, you know, affirmation. It's the subliminal affirmations for, you know, financial success or whatever. And I honestly think it has been helping, you know, on a subconscious level. But I like it because the music is very, very relaxing. It's like, you know, very relaxing. I can't even describe it. Right. But yeah, Chi Chi. Chi Chi. I promise you, if my money was involved, I'd have been like, Chi Chi who? Oh, you're talking about Chi Chi from Tuong Fu? Oh, no, darling. I love that movie. I love that movie. Chi Chi and John Leguizamo. He is so funny, so funny. Oh, I'm sorry. I went there, didn't I? My bad. I'm sorry. I couldn't help it. Oh, that was bad. Okay. For anybody who's new and watching me right now, I mimic people. It's not me being condescending. I just do it automatically. So you can give me a thumbs down if you want to about it, but this just happens. Just happens. I didn't mean it. It wasn't intentional. That's my disclaimer. That's my disclaimer. Because somebody be like, she was on there mimicking. She was making fun of. I was because hey, listen, I totally get her being quiet because she should have been, But did you hear that they came out like Chi was under stress and that she was, needed to get some help? I told y'all that's what they was gonna say. I told y'all she was gonna be under stress. I told y'all it was gonna be her account was hacked or she was under stress. Hey, Nate. She was gonna be attacked. She was gonna be hacked under stress. I told y'all. I figured it was gonna be under stress because that's a good one. That's a catch-all. It just catches everybody. You're under stress, damn it. Anything you do, like remember when Roseanne Barr, whatever her name is, Roseanne said that racist ass shit about Michelle Obama. It was because of because of the Xanax or whatever she was taking. It's we go. That's the other thing we're going with right now. Early morning does not count. Early morning does not count. Nothing that comes out of my mouth is ignorant and wrong. Does not count. We've been all over the place. I can't even tell you now at this point. It's been so much. We've talked about boring brands. We had a whole conversation about Pat McGrath. We've had one. We talked about Fenty. Come for me, honey. Come for me. We talked about we don't like the stupid collaborations and the food palettes and everything. We just been all over the place. It's just a mishmash of shit in the middle of the night. I know my neighbors are like, I wish this bitch would shut up. Okay, so what time is it? Let's look at the time. 3:20. Okay, 3:30. We out of here. We got 9 minutes. I have to say something like that. I have to give us something. At 3:30, we shut down and we go to sleep. Lights go off. We go back to sleep. We listen to meditation. We sleep for a few hours and we get up and we start this shit all over again. Boom. Okay. And I gotta finish. What am I doing? I am editing. Well, I'm trying to do something. Never mind. Some stuff I'm doing. But I just noticed there's still all these people in here, and it's like 21 people in here. And these people weren't talking to me. I need to get some melatonin. I really do. I need to work on this though. Jesus, tonight I will be microneedling because that will not be happening. Uh-oh. Why shouldn't it be? I told you nothing is. Listen, it's the middle of the night. Anything, it's all here. It's all here. I need to work on this. I need to get a facelift. Pull my face like this. See, if anything is good for sleeping, it puts me to sleep. You with me, Londa? I need to stretch like this. I need that forehead stretch. Would I uncancel a brand? Sure. You can listen. It's just makeup. You ain't got to cancel them. Now you listen. Hi Maria, how are you? There we go. Why? Listen, buy what you want. Honey, ain't nobody here to tell you what to do with your money. You do what you want. You can have a change and think, oh, you know what, I want to purchase that. And then get it. Ain't nobody here to tell you what you can't get. And if people try to tell you that about purchasing something with your money that you made, fuck them. Yeah. Yeah, you can do whatever you want. It's your funds. It's your funds. And I think I need to do the whole cancel culture thing. I think it's just gotten ridiculous now. I mean, yes, some things, and it's such and it's a personal thing, and this whole, if you don't cancel something because I don't like it, or because you cancel something, I can't, I can't talk to you, is ridiculous. Because at the end of the day, the people that we have canceled and the brands that we have canceled or that people are canceling, they don't care about that shit. They still making their coins. I mean, like, for instance, I don't buy Kylie or KKW. It's not that I wouldn't say that I canceled them. I just don't buy from them. I would, and that's just my thing about it. I would just wish they would disappear. So if my not buying from them can help them disappear, I'm all in. Right, and that's fine. I don't buy J Star, but I'm not. Right, right, exactly. So we have to pick and we choose what we're gonna do, and then you might say, you know what, I'm just gonna go and get this, and that's fine. Now, am I gonna get Jaclyn Hill? No, I'm not gonna get Jaclyn Hill, because no. And I'm not getting Jaclyn Hill because she's just stupid. And I can't support stupid. I can't. Now, yes. Now, Kat Von D has felt the cancel culture. Let's be honest. The only person here's the thing. The only person that honestly has felt the weight of being canceled is KBD. That's the only person who's honestly been truly canceled, and it's affected her pocket. Everybody else, people say they canceling, they still going strong, whatever. There's enough people who's like, yeah, okay, whatever. But Kat Von D is truly the only person that's really been canceled, that's for real been canceled, that, like, for real is probably crying. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that for real. That's when the cancel culture was real. I ain't like a snarky ass anyway. Well, I never liked a snarky ass anyway. So, everybody canceled that shit. I wasn't buying it anyway. Because I ain't like a snarky ass. Because she's always been condescending. I mean, Kat Von D has always been a condescending little wench. And, she's always been that way. She just went too far this time. Yes. Right. Right, but hey, it might be good, but like I said, she irritates me. She's like, "Hi, Carmen. We only up for a few more minutes. I'm signing off in a few more minutes." Right? She just went too far with it. Like, the thing is, here's the difference with J Star. His stuff is, problematic, and it's always somebody saying he did it, but he's never said it. But she went, she just put it out there. Right. She just was like, oh, I'm just gonna type this shit out. When it comes down to the stuff about J Star, it's years ago. He has apologized for it immensely. He's he's problematic, but she went in on something that was just universally gonna fuck with people. You know what I'm saying? Let's just be honest. Let me just be real. When it comes down to him saying racial things about black folks, there's only so many people who gonna be upset about that, right? There's only so many people who gonna be upset about that. It's enough people who don't give a fuck about black folks that they're gonna be like, so what? He said that shit. I'm still buying him. But she hit something that was universally would piss people off. His right. Well, you know what I'm saying? She hit on a subject matter that was just universally, you know, irritating. And it was and it was about health issues and shit like that. So she went on and typed it up and made sure everybody could see it. So that's how she did hers. You know, with him, there's so many people who really don't care about that. They're like, let it go. You know what I'm saying? They're like, let it go, whatever, whatever. There's enough people like that, so that he wouldn't. It would. Right. Right. The cotton, right. She just had so much going on. Nazi references, cotton gay, anti-vax. She had big shit she had going on in hers. You know, messing with black women, hell, the world messes with black women. So there we have it. But there's enough people who would just be like, whatever, that ain't got shit to do with me. But the things that she said were so universally trashy that she was canceled out by the majority. So that's how she killed herself. She killed herself with that. But see, that's what I mean by her snarkiness. Her superior attitude made her think that was going to be okay to say, and it was going to be well, and what she said was going to be universally loved, and people were going to change their ways. See, in her mind, right, she just, and then that, yeah, because then she had the cotton thing. That just was like stupid. Right. But that's what I'm saying. She canceled herself. But by doing that, she hit on subject matter that was so universally upsetting that she canceled herself. But I don't think she did that on purpose. She honestly believed what she said was going to be taken as gospel, and people were going to be like, yes, you are right. See, she thought everybody, you know, and she thought everybody was going to jump on board with her because she said it. You know? So that's why that was so universally upsetting. Right? That's why. So by doing that, I mean, she had everybody coming at her like anti-vax, you know. So that's how she can. And I'm just being honest. I mean, as a black person, I'm just being real. Is that there's so many people who are not going to say, I'm going to leave somebody alone because of some old racist things that you can prove he said. Now, everything else they can't prove. Right. Well, I don't know if they can though, because she's with Kendo, and Kendo is aligned with Sephora. So if they pull out her products, it's because they're shutting down that line. Because Sephora is kind of has something to do with her line. That's why it's there exclusively. That's why her line isn't anywhere else but there. That's why Fenty will only be there. Yeah, right, but because his stuff is improvable at the you know, in real time. But she put her shit out herself. It wasn't like somebody said, she anti-vax. No one said that. You know, she said it. So therefore, it was like, oh, okay, so we gonna come for you now. So she did. You know, whenever this stuff comes out about him, he denies it categorically, right? So whatever somebody says, it still puts the benefit of the doubt on his side. Not to say he's a great person. I'm saying that when the stuff comes out about him, it's based on somebody else sending it out, something like that. It's not him typing that shit out. She typed that shit out. She said it. Right. Yeah. Yeah. What I think is going to happen is they might not do any more new stuff. Right, exactly. She can't go with the I was joking or I was immature, because of course what they have on him was when he was immature and young. And he can and that is what he is that is what he said is, you know, he was young, he was in a different space, he has grown up, you know, but Kat on the other hand, she did all this shit right now. She older. So, you know, we can, and she has, you know, so no, right, right. On hearsay, we can't say that this, you know, because being realistic, when they come out with that shit on him, right now, I'll be like, okay, whatever. Mainly because it's always somebody else, some little periphery person trying to make a name for themselves, and I'm just being real, trying to get their name out in the public spotlight by proving something about somebody. That's one thing. I'm gonna give you the side eye for this shit. Being real. Hence why I had the side eye for Tati. But Kat did all that shit on her own. Can I say something though? Once since I spoke her up. Jaclyn Hill made Tati's year. Jaclyn Hill made Tati's year. Hi, Miss K today. She really did. Because we know that Tati was still having a rough moment until the Jaclyn Hill debacle. If that did not clean her up, I don't know what did. I know she want to kiss. She needs to hug Jaclyn Hill. If she see Jaclyn Hill, she needs to give her a hug and say, thank you, girl, because you saved me. She should say, thank you, girl, because your shit saved me. Because I don't think, no, they're still not up, but she ain't getting the nosedive that she was getting. That's why she slid out them Halo beauty pills. She was like, oh shit, they all mad at her. Let me slide these bitches out and ain't nobody gonna be bothered with me. Cause man, did she not, at the height of that shit, Tati tossed out them pills like, bitch, what? Well, yeah, screenshots and screen recordings exist, but they also can, everybody says they can be tampered with. So, you know, people gonna say they tampered with them. But I'm gonna say this. Do I have my location tracker on? No. Why? Right. Why, Tina? Why, you trying to find me or something? You trying to come to my house? Don't do that. I'm crazy. Honestly, though, I do need to put that back on. I actually normally have a fake tracker. What's a location tracker? Okay. When you go live, just so you know, when you go live, you can put your location. So I have Chicago up, right? I honestly, when it comes up, it does ping someplace close to me. It really does. It pings someplace close to me, but I change it just to Chicago, Illinois. I can do that. However, I used to have, because I was doing Periscope, and did a lot of lives, and I haven't put it back on here, and I guess I probably need to. There is a fake location app. So you can, the fake location app, and anybody can get it. So say, right, you can get a fake location app, and you can ping yourself wherever. So like say where you know how things will pull up where you're at, it will say you can choose where it says you're at. So it works like if you're doing things like this. Now, of course, if you're about to do a map, you know, you're about to use your phone, you have to turn it off because it will map you from where your phone is showing you at, because it ghosts out where you're at. Because I had it on one time and I was like, why is it saying I'm 400 miles away from where I am? And it was because my location finder was that one was on, and I had it like, yeah, quite a ways from where I am. So just so you can do that. Right, exactly. It was like, hi Bradley, how are you? You're new. Don't forget to subscribe on your way up. I was like, why? And I was so confused. I was so irritated because you're trying to put in directions and it's telling me I'm like 8 hours away. I was like, what in the hell is this? And then I remembered that. Thank you for asking. I remembered that. Oh yeah, I got that on. Let me turn that off. Because I had myself in like Indianapolis. I had, and the reason why I did this is because this girl was talking about back there on Periscope when I used to do Periscope all the time, that something about somebody had figured out where she was, and she swore that people had found her and broke into her place. I don't know how true that was, but that's what she was saying. Right, and for stalkers. Right, exactly. Right, exactly. So you want to keep it down. All right, y'all. It's time to go to bed now. It's middle of the night. Let's all go to sleep. Let's all go to sleep. Get a little sleep. Now, why did I put on lip gloss to go to sleep? Oh, YouTube accuracy is real fucking accurate. I don't know. I know you won't. Oh no, YouTube is real close. Like, real talk. Now, my old place, it was like a block away. I don't know. Let me tell you something. I do this a lot though, Joshua, just so you know. This isn't because I'm here. I will, before I go to sleep, throw on some lipstick. I've been known to put on lip gloss to go to sleep, and I put on perfume. I actually will go to sleep with lipstick on. I haven't been known lipstick. It's my way of testing lipsticks though. I put on some lipstick right before I go to sleep to see what it looks like in the morning, so I can see if it's long lasting. Like, did it wear off while I was asleep? Don't ask me why, but I've done it. Don't ask me why. It's stupid. Okay. These are the things that you shouldn't find out about, but it's almost 4 o'clock in the morning, and I tell you, just talk. All right, y'all. It's been lovely. Thank you all for hanging out with me in the middle. Oh, I sleep on my side or my back. I've got a few that have. All right. Y'all have a great night. Good night. Get y'all some sleep. Go to sleep. Y'all should have been asleep.